That's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff tee. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looks right for a quick completion. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The Terrapins pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Foster. Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. To keep her all the way in a really solid game, Kirk, this defense was worried about stopping the QB run today.
Yeah, but with a guy like this, as a defense, you got to add an extra guy down into the box area because of the threat of his legs. If this offense is smart, run this guy maybe 8 to 10 times a game because it puts so much pressure on the opposing defense. That was a great play. I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Steps out after a solid gain on third and long, but not enough for a first. It's going to be fourth down here.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
We go with a direct snap. Nope, he is stopped short. So the defense gets a turnover on downs, desperate to try to cut into this lead.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Testing the right side here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Tailback with another carry. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. There's the handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. He shreds the tackle. Breaking free at the 35. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
They'll try the right here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. keeping it on the ground here. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Longhorns. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. With the game out of reach here, the offense will just take a knee, admit defeat, and think about how to improve for the next game.